Can a Pharah carry her team in gold? Can I still win games by myself after almost 4 months since starting my Grandmaster Journey? In this Pharah VOD review, we'll see how well I do now that I'm in gold, and I'll try to identify what do I have to fix to get better at Overwatch and keep climbing the ranks with Pharah as her main. Since I started my Grandmaster Journey early 2019, I've been training Pharah a lot in custom games and deathmatch, as well as other general aiming exercises. She's my main hero, and in Season 14 she allowed me to gain 600 SR and rank up from mid-bronze to high silver rank. My win rate was 68%, and part of that success was all the VOD reviews I was doing to understand the hero better and improve with her. Back when I started, in bronze, I did the same kind of VOD review that I'm doing now, and watching it again today made me realize how much I improved already. But there's still a lot to do, and I'm looking forward to your feedbacks on this one to make me notice what I miss and what I do wrong, and to hear your tips and advices to become a better Pharah. Also, don't miss out the Memento sheet I compiled for myself with all the intermediate advanced tips that I collected to keep in mind while playing her. So let's jump right into it. Hey guys, Alex here for Overwatch Limbo, bringing you a true experience of a competitive mode to learn, improve and grow together as better players. So if you're new here, I publish every 3 days guides, reviews and debunked videos to dig deeper into my Grandmaster journey. So consider subscribing for more content like this and hitting that bell icon to make sure to be notified of all my future content. Okay, Oasis is usually a good map for Pharah, a control map with some nice cover and high ground to play around with. According to my stats, it's one of the best maps to play Pharah on with Numbani, King's Row, Watchpoint, Gibraltar, Temple of Anubis, Nepal and Lijiang Tower. So I usually install Pharah on this one and start with extra confidence. On control maps, the first team to take the point will have a huge advantage, so it's very important not to be reckless and die stupidly, but also to stick together and be aggressive enough to be able to win the first fight. And right away I get separated from my team. Even though the enemy didn't chase me, I got scared and concussive blast myself away from my teammates, while I could have just fly over to them or even continue my assault on the enemy backline. I was way too careful here and could have supported Moira and Winston by pressuring that Reaper. Because of my initial positioning mistake, we lost that first fight really fast, and I have to fall back. I got really lucky here that this Ashe doesn't kill me. I should have looked for her and be more careful. She's my #1 target priority since she's such a big counter. Reaper is going around uncontested since the beginning and has been killing most of my teammates, so I go for him next. But I should have probably looked and hunt the healers next. When playing Pharah, that's usually your next priority after your direct counters. This all was not great. I was out in the open and quite vulnerable without real awareness of my enemy position who were scattered around the point. I tried to get that Moira, but she fades away and can just kill that Orisa. Luckily I got healed and could avoid Zarya's beam and Moira's orb with my jump, positioning myself on top of them. We managed to push them back, but the rest of the enemy team is back, and I had to get down on the ground to get out of Ashe line of sight and get healed. I didn't have to go for the health pack here since Moira had started to heal me up and helps her charge her ult. I realized too late. In the meantime, the enemy Reaper came in for a kamikaze mission. His ult was quite predictable from his behavior, and I managed to dodge it. But I'm low again and decide to get my own big health back. I should probably have gone to Moira to get healed and thus stay in the fight, but again the lack of awareness, where is she still alive, is it safe, force me to play it too safe. Being too cautious makes me sometimes pull myself out of a fight that I could have continued. With a better grasp of each situation, teammates and enemy positions, threats and health status knowledge, I should be able to optimize that aspect in the future. With Orisa down, it's 3 against 2. With Mora and Baptiste on my side, I decide to dive at Ashe, but right when I'm about to finish her off, she gets bubble and survive while I died. Diving those two was a risky gamble, especially since Mora can also be very effective against Pharah. But the threat that represents Ashe's gun would not have allowed me to keep my distance high in the sky, so the dive was in my opinion the right call. If I could successfully two-shot Ashe here, I would probably have been able to escape and get healed before focusing Mora. But since I missed my directs, I died. With Bob around, there's no way we can step on the point, but Winston jump in and die instantly. I try to poke, but it's useless and just retreat while my teammates get annihilated. Now we don't have much time, but we know Ashe and Zarya don't have ult, so we're trying a last stand to win the point back. But with Mora and Orisa ulting, it's a bit confusing, and I waste my ult trying to kill that faraway Mora instead of looking at Orisa's supercharging and Ashe positions on the point. With Pharah, you should never stay in one position for more than a few seconds. It's all about harassing the enemy from off angle, change, dive isolated target, get out and repeat. Here I get a nice double environmental kill on Ashe and Ana, which clear the sky for me, so I can jump on the point on top of the enemy and land some easy directs. I die, but my team can finish the enemy off and we get the point. This was a big positioning mistake. Flying out in the open on the point while an Ashe is roaming around, I get punished right away and try to remind myself that I should never let my guard down and fly low until Ashe and Ana are out of the picture. My ult is ready and I'm trying to take a good position on top of this entrance point. But I also make myself notice and thus vulnerable, so when finally the enemy team walks in and I use my ult, they all know where I am and take me down in no time. I could just finish off Mora and deal some damage to a couple more enemies, so my ult was not completely useless, but it could have been so much better if I didn't shoot at the Orisa beforehand, or if after shooting from here, I would have used my concussive blast to reposition here on the other side. With Orisa and Zarya on point, I'm completely absorbed in the fight and fail to see the real threat, Soldier. He just killed my soldier and ran and stands on the high ground, so I should be wary of him and either dive him or retreat to safety since he's also a hard counter to Pharah. But instead I'm trying to boop a bubble Zarya to the level below, failed of course, and use my ult on a single Orisa who perfectly put a barrier in my face and make me kill myself. That's why you don't ult an Orisa from ground level. What a huge mistake. Luckily my teammates can clear out the point and we win this round. When spamming a choke point, I always try to spread out my missiles to increase the chances to hit someone. With Soldier now on the other side, I need to be extra careful, always stay close to cover and away of my healer's position in order to stay in the fight. So here I'm trying to use the high ground to poke on the enemy while staying relatively safe. Always changing position and hit and run is the way to go with Pharah when there are hard counters on the other team.
System repair. Health restored.
I should have used my concussive blast to push Reaper away from my run here, and instead of picking a fight with Soldier, I should have just retreated since the fight was lost. I died not only because I couldn't two-shots that Soldier, but also because I was not aware of my team status and that I should have regrouped. Everyone is fighting all over the place now, and since we lost the first team fight, we can expect the enemy to have all their ults ready, so it will be pretty difficult for us to win back the point if we don't fight together and bait their ult while not using ours. We lose Lucio and Junkrat before I can get back in the fight, so I decide to go and help my Soldier with his nemesis. Then I'm a bit indecisive on who to engage. My ult is ready, so I should probably have kept a low profile and find a position to surprise the enemy team, but they are also everywhere. My priority should be the healers now that Soldier is dead. But instead of diving closer and noticed onto that Zen, I fire too early and miss my direct. I don't even follow up with my attack, which I could have done with my concussive blast. I just keep it safe and miss a big opportunity to get the advantage here. Then even a bigger mistake since I don't hear Soldier's ult Q sound and jump out in the open and get killed instantly. My teammates are dying one by one, and when I come back, Reaper's ult finish off two more of my teammates, leaving me alone on the point. I get down on the point and use my ult to try to get rid of Orisa and Reaper, but he managed to kill me before I can deal the last blow to him, and we lose the game. In this case, I don't think there was much I could have done better. There was 3 enemies on the point, and I tried to kill Mora first, but couldn't land 2 directs from that distance. Then overtime was running out, so I had to get down closer to the ground, and by doing so I put myself in range of Reaper's gun and died from it. Maybe I should have ignored Mora and go straight for Reaper, or touch the point before jumping or concussive blast myself in a better position for my ult. What do you guys think? To summarize, apart from the movement and aiming skills that obviously need improvement, I would say my biggest weakness is my lack of awareness. I'm still working on my kill feed reading and barely started ult tracking, so yeah, a lot to improve. I'm sure you will find so much more I should work on and try to get better at. I can't wait to hear your feedbacks in the comments below, or if you feel like doing a full review on flowfeedback.com. And as promised, here's the Memento sheet that I keep in mind while playing Pharah. Those don't cover all the basics, just some more intermediate and advanced stuff. You can learn more about those tips in the videos linked below. And if you think about anything important missing in my list, please let me know in the comment section below. Finally, before I give you the tip of the day, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like. It helps me know that I'm on the right track with this series. Also, if you haven't done it already, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon to follow my journey to Grandmastery and be notified of all my future content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember losses, losers are, not your mind. Tip of the day. Whatever the enemy's distance from the center of the concussive blast radius is, the enemy will always be booped the same distance, so when shooting it, don't hesitate to aim further away from your target to get a better control of the direction of the boop. Try it on and let me know if it works for you.